We have a new feature for you on today's show, and it comes from one of our oldest and best partners, the Coordinate Metrology Society. Their annual show, the Coordinate Metrology Systems Conference, is scheduled to occur July 20th through the 24th this year in Hollywood, Florida. And if you have anything at all to do with portable 3D metrology, the CMSC is a circle your calendar type of event, and I really mean that. In fact, we ran a news item in Quality Digest Daily yesterday announcing that registration is now open for this year's convention. So check out that story. Again, it's below the player page right down there. You can check out the link there and register soon, again, if you're anything to do in that space. The new feature that we're launching today in the show is called CMSC Corner, and it's going to allow us to keep tabs on the group and all that they're up to, and that's a lot, in coming months. We'll be chatting with CMSC board members about the upcoming show, their level 1 and level 2 personnel certifications, developments of hardware and software, and a lot more. So to kick off this segment of the show today here, we're joined by Scott Sandwith, CMSC Technical Presentation Coordinator. Scott also has a day job as Custom Project Manager for New River Kinematics. Scott, welcome to the show.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for the chance to participate with this and to promote the CMSC.
Well, it's our pleasure. Of course, we do a lot of work with the CMSC as well, and it's always our pleasure to cover the events that your group is up to, really important stuff. So let's just kick it off here and kind of lay the groundwork a little bit. So what exactly does the Technical Presentation Coordinator do for the CMSC?
Oh, great. Well, I get the opportunity to seek out research and development engineers, scientists, and technicians that are working on new measurement sensors and software. Some of them are crafted in new metrology applications, and most are dealing with the best metrology practices and techniques. So each year, we're looking for about 24 to 30 technical presentations and white papers, and we select the best of those to publish in our 2 CMSC journals each year. I'm also very fortunate as our entire executive committee contributes to bringing in interesting concepts and new speakers from around the world. We have at least 10, probably more, resources that contribute to putting on our conference every year. And this year, I have the additional advantage of having Daniel Sawyer, who's the NIST's Dimensional Management Group Leader, who's helping me out with the technical presentation. And he and I will review and then help our authors and presenters prepare their work for the conference. And Daniel is working currently to pull together one of our technical workshops for the conference this year, and that's entitled Techniques to Evaluate Laser Scanners for Advanced Manufacturing.
Hey Scott, what kind of papers will people typically see at the CMSC? If you can just give us kind of an example of kind of the topics that you cover, that sort of thing.
You betcha. We are seeing an increasing number of the detailed application papers that help the entire metrology community contribute to the value that 3D and 6D portable metrology systems are bringing to the marketplace. And we also have a nice selection of papers that basically focus on laser tracker, photogrammetry, laser scanner solutions. So more and more of these presentations and papers are focusing and delivering examples for how these systems are being integrated together to deliver solutions on the production floor.
So Scott, if I could just kind of redirect you there, what we're talking about here really is I think the phrase always is close tolerance, large volume, right? Isn't that really the segment of the industry we're talking about here?
Exactly, large volume, close tolerance, and with the ability to both to gather features of parts and measurements of parts and components that are being used to assemble some of the major components that we all rely on, high value and very complex systems. And a lot of the folks that work in this industry look to the CMSC and to the technical presentations to learn new techniques and tricks to help them either do the job better or to continue to deliver new value and new capabilities for the customers.
Well, Scott, you know, this is really an amazing industry as you get into it and you learn about it as I have here in the past decade or so. You know, with the advancements in the speed and accuracy of test and measurement equipment, particularly in the portable coordinate metrology space, it's really now, I think, an amazing time to be a metrologist. What have you seen as some of the noteworthy advancements in hardware and software. And what do you think where do you think these trends are going to go in the future?
Brilliant question. Two key things are really front and center in the portable metrology market today. Number one is automation, and secondly, integration. So we're seeing portable metrology systems move from traditional tooling and part inspection tasks, and they're now being brought down into and becoming an integral part of the production processes. And they're also providing key feedback to improving production processes. And one of the concepts that we've termed as is actually called what I call move, measure, correct. For example, the metrology system is an active component in positioning machine to do like precise determinate assembly drilling. So in large airframe components, you can use a portable metrology system to guide a robot into a very precise position, and that system ends up becoming incredibly flexible. Using a metrology system and a robot, you can actually deliver precision into a wide variety of environments. You can change the part, change the programming. It's reducing costs and improving quality.
Scott, we're coming up to the end of the segment here, but before we go, I want to kind of let you get in a plug here for the papers. If viewers are interested in presenting a paper at CMSC 2015, quickly, can you tell us what the process is and what are the deadlines?
You betcha. Yeah, we have actually a very, very refined process now, and I think it's one that's working well for us. Specifically, our abstract submission deadline is set for March 13th of this year. And those are typically 500-word abstracts, and we need basically the title of the presentation, a description of what the process, the technical material will be, and then all the details on who the co-authors might be, and then a key person for a focal. What we'll do then is our entire committee, the entire executive committee, will do a peer review of all of those submissions, and we typically expect, say, 30 to 40 submissions. And of those, we're going to select probably the top 24 to 25, 26 presentations for the conference. And then we will then notify the authors on or about the 3rd of April. And then we look for technical papers on about June 15th, at least an initial review of those. And those are typically about 10 pages long. And there's a nice set of guidelines up on the website that help authors understand what the expectations are and how to put those together. And then we look for technical presentations about July 3rd. Of those, we go through and take a look at them and making sure that the technical content is sufficiently high, and that we're trying to eliminate sales presentations and the like. So that's and then of course the conference is set for July 20th to the 24th.
Okay, well, Scott Sandwith, Technical Presentation Coordinator for CMSC. Thanks for joining us this morning, and we will see you at the CMSC.
That's right.
Hey, thanks again for the opportunity to tell all these folks about the conference, and I'm looking forward to receiving those abstracts as soon as possible, and then looking forward to having some fun down in Florida.
All right, sounds good.
Take care.
Thanks, Scott.
Okay, thanks, Scott.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right. That's a fun show, by the way.
Yeah, it is a fun show.
Yeah, if you're into 3D, large volume 3D measurement, that really is, well, it's the only show really of its kind in the U.S. So.
And he mentioned the abstract, the guidelines for that. In the story is a link out to that. So right below the player page again is a link out to the release, to the story that we covered on Quality Digest, and you can find the application information right in that story. There's a link right there.
That's right.
Okay.